Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I hope everyone is good and everyone is doing well. You people are at home, and I hope that you people are keeping safe. Very soon, I'm going to send you the marks for your mids. As soon I'm going to get the instructions from the examination department. All right, class. Now it's the time to start studying the course for the final papers. And the slides that I'm going to present in front of you today are the slides from chapter number 2. A little bit of it has been discussed with you before, but today I'm going to, do it very formally so that we people make it very clear in front of us that what the second chapter is all about. All right. The second chapter is about the stakeholder relationships, social responsibility, and corporate governance. Before I start this chapter, I would like to tell you over here that in business ethics till date, you people are now quite well aware of that if the ethical values are inculcated in the policies of the organization, the more the organization inculcate the ethical values into it, and the more they take care of the different stakeholders which are in the different roles with the organization, the more organization get benefited of the profit. The more ethical organization is, the more ethical, the more the more if the organization is taking care of the different stakeholders which are involved with the organization in the different roles, the more profitable outcome will be there for the organization. This thing we have studied, and we have gone through the history as well. We have seen 1950s, we have seen 1960s, we have seen 1970s, 1980s, 1990s, and the millennium, that how the organizations got serious and conscious about fulfilling the requirements of the ethics, and how they started getting benefit out of it. Because if your reputation, if the image of the organization is not good, probably the organizations cannot make it too far. This particular chapter, the objectives of this particular chapter is, after doing or after going through this chapter, after my explanation of this topic today, this class would be able to identify stakeholder roles in business ethics. We know that what business ethics is. I would be going through the definition, which we have done quite a lot of time, and we have given the mids out of it also. But just for the recall, I would be like I would be giving you the formal definition which we have done. To us, in the business ethics is all about the inquiry into the nature and grounds of morality, where the term morality is taken to mean moral judgments, standards, and rule of conducts. If the organization has has really worked on the moral judgments and the standards, if they've set the standards according to the cultural, according to the place where they're residing, and they have constructed the right rules of conduct, I believe that the organization will not be far away from the good image, will not be far away from earning the profits. So in that regard, what are the moral judgment? One of the moral judgment can be that they need to know about the different kind of the stakeholders, and they need to know the kind of relationships they are going or they are having with the stakeholders. The more you know about the roles of your stakeholders with yourself as a company, the more you get clearer and the more you get obvious about the things that you need to provide to the stakeholders. The more you have an insight to the level of their expectation, the more you are in the better position to fulfill their requirements. We study different subjects of the business, and each and every subject inculcates within it the essence of ethics. I usually teach marketing to you all, and in marketing, the students who study the principles of marketing, when we study the concepts in the marketing, we are not away from the societal concept in the marketing. We do study the production concept, the product concept, the selling concept, the marketing concept, and at the of all the concepts, there's a societal concept which tells you that keeping the society in the forefront is really very important. It is somehow the other beneficial for the society, but on the other end, it is extremely, extremely important for the company as well, because all the potential customers are lying in the society. And if you do good, you get good. This is something that we get out of that particular concept. That is something that we conclude from that concept. If I talk about the holistic concept in the marketing, we definitely talk about the internal marketing, where you take care of your employees. We do talk about the relationship marketing, where we talk about the relationship with the customers. We talk about with the relationship with the partners. We talk about the relationship with the society. These are all the stakeholders which are somehow the other attached with the life of the organization. So in this chapter, basically, you will, after doing this chapter, the objective of this chapter is that you would be able to identify the stakeholders' roles in the business ethics. You would be able to define the social responsibility. You would be examining the relationship between the stakeholder orientation. Orientation is that you would be able to describe that who stakeholders are, and you would be able to introduce yourself and your internals, means employees and the other people around you, that who your stakeholders are. You'd be able to define everything regarding them. And if you recognize the roles of the stakeholders, probably you will be knowing their expectations. And once you know the expectations of others, you would be able to fulfill them. And at the end of the day, you would be fulfilling the social responsibility that for which purpose you are there as an organization. So these are some objectives, and these are some learning outcomes of this particular chapter. Moving on, as I discussed with you, the preamble of this chapter, I would be discussing one by one, and I would be describing one by one. Number one is business ethics issues, conflicts, and successes revolve around relationships. In the modern marketing, in the modern business, we every time talk about the relationships, that the bond with the different partners, the bond with the different entities in the business are, they're dependent upon the relationships. They're dependent upon the bonds that we share with the different entities in the business. Business ethics issues, the conflicts that you do not agree with somebody, and the successes, the growth perspective, it revolves around the relationship, that what sort of relationship do you carry with the different sort of partners. Building effective relationship is considered one of the more important areas of business today. Building effective relationship, when you build a good relationship, building an effective relationship is considered one of the more important areas of business today. I would be quoting here, building effective relationships. If I talk about and refer you people that when you study customer relationship model in business marketing, you get to know about the different relationships with the different sort of customers, with the different sort of partners, with the different sort of supply chains. It is considered, once you have an idea about them, you get the idea कौन सा business का जो aspect है that is more important to you. Business exists because of the relationships. Business exists ही relationship and bonding की basis पे करता है. But that relationship, whom we have that relationship with, that relationship is between the employees, that is between the customers, business between employees and business with the customers, shareholders, employees, the people who are working with you. The customers are those people who are, buying from you. The shareholders and the customers can be B2B, the business, they can be B2C. The shareholders who are investing their money into your system, the investors, the people who are investing into you, the suppliers who are supplying the product to you, the managers who develop strategies to attain success. These these are those things, these are those entities जिसकी वजह से बिजनेस एग्जिस्ट करता है. और इन तमाम entities के साथ the relationship with all these entities build the structure of the business. So you need to first of all, you need to identify and recognize the relationship and the kind of relationship that you have with these entities. Moving on, organization usually has a governing authority, often called a board of directors. Organization usually has a governing. Governing means the that particular governing means that particular authority which is actually having that provides an oversight, that basically provides that keeps an eye on the happenings, and that keeps an eye over what is happening around the organization. So organization usually has a governing authority, often called a board of directors, that provides oversight. The meaning of oversight is the inspection and direction to make sure that the organization stays focused on objectives in an ethical, legal, and socially acceptable manner. ऑर्गेनाइजेशन यूजुअली हैज अ गवर्निंग अथॉरिटी. ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के अपने अंदर ही गवर्निंग अथॉरिटी मौजूद होती है. दोज पीपल हु आर गवर्निंग एंड हु आर गार्डिंग द रूल्स एंड प्रोसीजर्स विच आर इम्प्लीमेंटेड इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. We call them the board of directors who found the organizations, who found the no, who they don't only found the organization, but they are there to describe the vision. They are there to describe the mission. I'm not talking about that they set vision and mission. They are there to describe the vision and mission to the internals also. They are there to provide you with the objectives, that what are the objectives of the different sort of people in the organization. And then there's a responsibility of the board of directors also to have or to provide the oversight, to keep on inspecting and to keep on directing the organization, so that the people in the organization, they stay focused on their objectives. In which manner they should be abiding. अगर एक organization अपने बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के अंदर बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स जो अपने विजन को, अपने मिशन को एक्सप्लेन करते हैं अपने इंटरनल्स को, ऑब्जेक्टिव्स को डिफाइन करते हैं अपने लोगों को, so it is something very that is something very obvious that they will be telling their people कि उन्होंने अपने ऑब्जेक्टिव्स को एथिकली, जो कल्चर के अंदर है, जो नॉर्म्स हैं, जिसको उस जगह पे सही और गलत माना जाता है, उसको सामने रखते हुए अपने ऑब्जेक्टिव्स क्या, वो काम जो कि आपको असाइन हुए हैं आपकी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की तरफ से, आप उनको पूरा करते हैं. आप अपने 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 लॉज को, जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के लीगल लॉज हैं, कंट्री के लीगल लॉज हैं, आप उसको अबाइड करते हैं. आप सोशली एक्सेप्टेबल मैनर में वो आपकी बिहेवियर, आपका वो कंडक्ट जो कि लोग सोशली एक्सेप्ट करते हैं. The board of governors basically ensure these all things, that they are they are being implemented. When unethical acts are discovered, जब unethical acts को discover किया जाता है, जब unethical acts को, unethical जिसके अंदर आपकी जो something which is like not very good, something which is uncomfortable, the acts which are like not considered, which are not considered good by the organization. When unethical acts are discovered in the organization, जब unethical acts जो हैं, unethical behavior या unethical conduct ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के अंदर डिस्कवर होते हैं, it is often found, ये अमूमन देखा गया है, that in most instances के काफ़ी दफ़ा there is a knowing cooperation or compliancy. I would be talking here regarding the compliancy. Compliance means कि आप जांच पड़ताल करते हैं, आप चीज़ों को जांचते हैं. That in most instances there is a knowing cooperation or compliancy that facilitates the acceptance and perpetuation of an unethical conduct. ये अमूमन देखा गया है कि जब अनएथिकल कंडक्ट या बिहेवियर कहीं होता है, तो उधर कहीं ना कहीं विद इन दी सिस्टम कॉर्पोरेशन और फैसिलिटेशन दी जाती है. ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस के अंदर अमूमन ये देखना बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है कि जब भी कोई अनएथिकल कंडक्ट या मिसकंडक्ट होती है, you need to find that loophole, you need to find the people जिनकी वजह से यू नीड टू फाइंड दैट सिस्टम जहाँ जिसकी वजह से वो मिसकंडक्ट हो पाया है. When you get to know about it, it is the duty of the board of directors. Board of directors की बहुत important duty है कि अगर कोई मिसकंडक्ट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के अंदर हो रहा है तो डेफिनेटली ये मानना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है कि सिस्टम के अंदर से ही कोई कॉर्पोरेट कर रहा है इसको कॉज करने में. And for that purpose, they need to find out. That is why they keep an oversight. They inspect after, quarter, after some time, they keep on discovering, they keep on finding out that where the problem is, so that they find it out and they rectify that unethical conduct. Relationships are not only associated with organizational successes, but also with organizational misconduct. कुछ relationships favorable होते हैं, कुछ relationships favorable नहीं होते. Relationships which are favorable are in the benefit, they work in the benefit of an organization. And the relationships which are not good for the organization, they end up into the organizational misconduct. So the relationships are not only associated with organizational success. Relationships सिर्फ वो ही नहीं हैं जो हमें सक्सेस की तरफ लेके जाएं, बल्कि relationships वो भी हैं जो आपको धकेल देते हैं मिसकंडक्ट की तरफ भी. A stakeholder framework. When I talk about a framework is a sort of a skeleton, जिसके ऊपर आपकी पूरी बॉडी खड़ी होती है. इसी तरीके से स्टेक होल्डर्स का भी एक फ्रेमवर्क बनाना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, एक स्केलेटन बनाना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. We need to it helps identify a stakeholder framework, helps identify the internal stakeholders. Who are the internal stakeholders in the organization? They are the employees, the people who are working for your mission. They are the people who are working for your interest. It is not very easy to work for other people's interests. So you need to keep the employees and you need to keep them at a very high pedestal. Board of directors. Aapke board of directors are the internal stakeholders of the organization. And managers, whoever is managing any sort of job, any sort of work. And the external stakeholders, such as customers. Customers are those people who are somehow or the other associated with you, either with the B2B perspective or with the B2C perspective. Special interest groups, the groups that have got the special interest, somehow or the other, the people who are in the religious special interest groups, or the minorities, the minorities has got some special interest group. The regulators are those people who make the laws, and others who agree, collaborate, and have confrontations on ethical issue. And all those groups who somehow agree, collaborate, all the society which is around you. In that society, some people would agree, some people would collaborate, some people would have confrontations on the ethical issues. Companies need to have open heart and open platforms to address all these stakeholders, because the reputation of the organizations are lying with the stakeholders they keep the relationship with. So the stakeholder framework, ये तमाम चीजें, ये तमाम confrontations, ये तमाम collaborations, ये तमाम agreements आप सिर्फ उस सूरत में पूरे कर सकते हैं जब आपको इस बात का आइडेंटिफिकेशन हो कि आपके इंटरनल और आपके एक्सटर्नल स्टेक होल्डर्स हैं कौन आपके प्राइमरीली आपकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है जिनको आप एड्रेस करेंगे, कौन आपकी प्रायोरिटी है जिसको आप पहले एड्रेस करेंगे, और किन की प्रायोरिटी किसके बाद है. द फ्रेमवर्क विल हेल्प यू इन फाइंडिंग आउट द प्रायोरिटी of the different stakeholders having different sort of relationships with you. Going on to the next point, reasons of majority ethical issue exist. बहुत सारे ethical issues के पैदा होने की वजह conflicts in the values and belief patterns है. Conflicts means तजाद, जहाँ पे आपको किसी से इख्तलाफ होता है, जब आपको किसी से डिसएग्रीमेंट होती है. Reasons of majority ethical issues exist. बहुत सारे ethical issues तब exist करते हैं जब आपका राय में इख्तलाफ हो, जब आपकी प्रेफरेंसेस में इख्तलाफ हो, जब आपके इक़दार में, कदरों में इख्तलाफ हो, आपके बिलीफ पैटर्न डिफरेंट हो, किस चीज़ में अबाउट राइट एंड रॉन्ग, क्या सही है क्या गलत है में, बिटवीन एंड विद इन द स्टेक होल्डर्स ग्रुप. एंड यू नो वॉट, ये बात थोड़ी इधर से हट कर है. इन माई व्यू क्लास, अगर आप कभी इस बात को सोचें, आई ऑलवेज बिलीव इन वन थिंग, and I would like that over here, whosoever is listening to my words and to my, to my lecture, reasons of majority ethical issue. I would be talking upon it a little more. मैं चाहती हूँ कि मेरी क्लास इस बात को फील करे, क्योंकि अगर हम क्लास में होते तो I would have been opening an argument in this. कि conflicts को, how you try to resolve the conflicts, in the values or in the belief patterns. जब conflict हो जाता है तो usually इस बात को देखा जाता है कि the people who are more ताकतवर, the people who are more stronger, they overshadow the other people who do not have a power or do not have, that particular pedestal to talk and to clarify what they really think. इसके अंदर ताकतवर हमेशा कमजोर को कवर तो कर लेता है, लेकिन अकॉर्डिंग टू माई बिलीफ एंड अकॉर्डिंग टू माई एक्सपीरियंस, आई हैव ऑलवेज सीन कि जब कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स आ जाते हैं तो उसको एथिकल तरीके से रिजॉल्व कैसे करना चाहिए. After going through the history, the history of Qaid-e-Azam, history of big people like big American good American presidents like Clinton, like Reagan, I would like to tell you over here, and after going through the different, their life history, I've seen them talking and resolving the conflicts through discussions, coming onto the table and coming on to the negotiations. देखिए, मैं किसी को अपने मुताबिक entirely और completely ढाल नहीं सकती, because the issue is कि I am not that human being whom I really want that he or she should agree only upon what I'm saying. What I can do is that I can listen to another entity. I can take their points and then I can put my points in front of them. और कहीं ना कहीं ऐसा जरूर हो सकता है कि मैं और वो entity, I as a company and another entity can come on one point. So whenever is being asked to you that how conflicts can be resolved, my first answer or my preference is to come on to the discussion table. We can have a discussion, we can have a table talk, because you know what, when you fight, when you quarrel, when you shout, when you put different sort of arguments in front of other people, confrontations के अंदर आप आ जाते हैं, so you end up into the disaster. Because confrontations or putting other people down and putting other people into that position that they are wrong and you are right, you know what, the beauty of this life is that everybody is right. Everybody is right in their own perspective. हर कोई अपनी जगह पे बिल्कुल ठीक होता है, वो अपने आप को ठीक मानता है. हर एक की परसेप्शन, हर एक के व्यू पॉइंट उसके अपने लिए बिल्कुल ठीक होता है. ये आयरनी भी है सिचुएशन की और ये फैक्ट भी है लाइफ का. तो इस केस के अंदर अगर कोई क्वेश्चन पूछे, अगर मैं ही आपसे पेपर में क्वेश्चन पूछूं that the reasons of majority ethical issues exist because of the conflicts in the values and the belief patterns about right or wrong between and within the stakeholder groups. अब stakeholders, वो stakeholder groups आपके वो groups भी होते हैं जो internal groups होते हैं, वो groups भी होते हैं जो external groups होते हैं. Let's suppose कोई special interest group है, कोई religious group है. अगर आप देखे जाएं आजकल आप you see nowadays a special interest group, the उलमा इकराम, आजकल तरावियों के ऊपर ये बात हो रही थी. गवर्नमेंट का सबसे बड़ा स्टेक होल्डर, वन ऑफ द बिगेस्ट स्टेक होल्डर, बिकॉज वी आर इस्लामिक रिपब्लिक ऑफ पाकिस्तान. हमारे मुल्क के अंदर जो सबसे बड़ा अलमिया है, ये जो सबसे बड़ा बिलीफ पैटर्न है, वो ये है कि सफ़ों में नमाजें पढ़ी जाएं और तरावियाँ अदा की जाएं. We should recite and we should we should recite tarawih in the masjid. But nowadays the natural or a macro environment calls for the social distancing. In this regard, एक जगह हमारी सेहत है और एक जगह स्पेशल इंटरेस्ट ग्रुप्स के डिफरेंट पॉइंट्स हैं जो कि रिलीजियसली गलत नहीं है, वो रिलीजियसली बिल्कुल ठीक हैं. Have you seen, our Prime Minister? Well, I'm not talking in the favor of the government right now. All I'm telling you is somehow the other an unbiased, comment on the happening, and that is that he called upon the ulama ikram from the different sects. He called upon and he had a meeting with them. It was a discussion, it was a table talk. कभी कभार क्या होता है कि सिर्फ लोगों को बुला लेने से और उनको इम्पोर्टेंस दे देने से और उनकी बात को सुन लेने से हमारे आधे मामला सॉल्व हो जाते हैं। ये बताने का मकसद ये है कि ये सोच रखना कि हर कोई इम्पोर्टेंट है, हर स्टेक होल्डर इम्पोर्टेंट है, और उसको टेबल पे बुलाना और उसके साथ अपने कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स को डिस्कस करना आधी प्रॉब्लम का सोल्यूशन है। मैं मानती हूँ ऐसा। एंड आई बिलीव दैट बहुत सारे प्रॉब्लम्स, चाहे वो घर में हो, चाहे वो ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस में हो, चाहे वो कहीं भी हो, we can solve them. We can resolve them, coming onto the table, putting your perspective in front of the people. But putting only your perspective in front of people can actually give fire to the conflicts. What we can do is we can listen to the other people. We can discuss with other people, listen to them. Because communication का एक बहुत बड़ा फैक्टर, आप लोगों ने बिजनेस कम्युनिकेशन पढ़ा होगा, आपने बहुत सारे अदर सब्जेक्ट्स को पढ़ा होगा, एक बहुत बड़ा पर्सपेक्टिव जो कम्युनिकेशन का मुझे मैं प्रेफर करती हूँ एज अ बिजनेस इंस्ट्रक्टर, दैट इज टू लिसन टू द पीपल, listen what they are saying, listen to their perspective, so that their perception comes in front of you. And once the perception of the people comes in front of you, you are able to resolve them. You can actually bring them on to the point where you think they should be coming. But listening, and listening carefully and giving attention to the people, bringing them on the table, can resolve the conflicts. That is what my belief is. So this is the kind of key I wanted to give to you people right over here. So I would be going to this. I have given you a little, explanation of this particular point. The point is रीजंस ऑफ मेजॉरिटी, वजूहात एथिकल इश्यूज की कभी कभार ये होती हैं दैट द कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स इन द वैल्यूज एंड द बिलीफ पैटर्न्स अबाउट राइट एंड रॉन्ग between and within the stakeholder groups, and I have given you one of the tips to resolve it. मेरी क्लास के अंदर बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स ऐसे भी हैं जो भी इस वक्त सुन रहे होंगे या जिस रिकॉर्डिंग को सुनेंगे, दे आर इनटू द बिजनेस। बहुत दफ़ा फ्रीक्वेंटली आस्क्ड क्वेश्चंस इन द क्लास, दे कम इन कि मैडम अगर हमारे बिजनेस में ये प्रॉब्लम हो तो हम क्या करेंगे। हमारे बिजनेस के अंदर बहुत सारे कस्टमर्स ऐसे होते हैं who sometimes talk obnoxious, sometimes they talk they get over the top and they discuss something which is very very unethical. How to resolve their issues? See, customers are one entity who are like very very important for all of us. आपके कस्टमर्स आपके लिए बहुत ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है। इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग इन दिस क्लास ऑफ माइन, आफ्टर डिस्कशन, आफ्टर गोइंग थ्रू एंड आफ्टर हैविंग आप लोगों के साथ जब इंट्रो हुआ था तो बहुत सारे लोग अपने केटरिंग के बिजनेस के अंदर इन्वॉल्व हैं। आई वुड बी गिविंग यू अ टिप ओवर हियर, इफ द थिंग गोज रॉन्ग एंड इफ द पीपल आर नॉट सेटिस्फाइड, हैव अ डिस्कशन विद देम। ऐसा कहना कि कस्टमर कभी भी सेटिस्फाइड नहीं होता। आप उनकी लेटेंट नीड्स तक पहुंचने की कोशिश करें ना, आप उनके साथ टेबल पे बैठें, उनके साथ डिस्कस तो करें, प्रोब देम, आस्क देम द डिफरेंट एंगल्स that they think that you can do better, because this will lead you to the top. This will lead you to the top. And you know what? This is the ethical perspective, because हमारे perception के हिसाब से चीजें ठीक होती हैं, because हम समझते हैं कि चीजें ठीक हैं, but these things that what we think can make us myopic, that make us myopic, that we are focusing only over on our perception. We need to think and we need to get the perceptions of the others who are paying into us. So this is something very important. Going on to the next point, the formal system of accountability and control of ethical and socially responsible behavior is a corporate governance. The formal system of accountability. Now the question is, अगर देखा जाए इस पूरी दुनिया में हर कोई अकाउंटेबल है, हर कोई अकाउंटेबल है, हर कोई अकाउंटेबल है अपने करने का, हर कोई अकाउंटेबल है अपने बिहेवियर का, हर कोई अकाउंटेबल है अपने डीड का। वी आर आंसरेबल, वी आर आंसरेबल टू द पीपल whom we अकाउंटेबिलिटी को कहा जाता है जवाबदेही। हम जवाब दें लोगों को, हम जवाब दें लोगों को अपने हर उस काम का जिसका इम्पैक्ट उनके ऊपर पड़ता है। So what is the accountability in the workplace? The employee accountability is the responsibility फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर मैं ये बात करूं एज एन एम्प्लॉय, व्हाट आई एम अकाउंटेबल फॉर, the employee accountability, the employee accountability is the responsibility of employees to complete the task they are assigned. हम अकाउंटेबल हैं अपनी टास्क को कंप्लीट करने का जो कि हमें दे दी गई है, टू कंप्लीट द टास्क दे आर असाइंड फॉर, टू परफॉर्म द ड्यूटीज रिक्वायर्ड बाय द जॉब्स, and to be present for their proper shifts in order to fulfill or further the or or further the goals of the organization. We are accountable for what we are made responsible for. ये एक फॉर्मल सिस्टम है. फॉर्मल सिस्टम का क्या मतलब है? समथिंग दैट इज बिन, जिसके अंदर आपके स्टैंडर्ड्स को, आपके रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस को फॉर्मली एक 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 पर्टिकुलर तरीके से ले डाउन कर दिया गया है. The formal system of accountability and control of ethics, the control of ethical and socially responsible behavior is a corporate governance. जब आप formal system बनाते हैं किसी भी चीज का, I would like to tell you about what the formal system is all about. Formal system I would be telling you about the formal systems over here. Formal systems are, there are some rules, there are some regulations, जिसके बाद आप उसके ऊपर reasoning कर सकते हैं. When you lay down some rules, when you lay down some standards, it becomes some sort of a formal system. And you need to lay down the formal system for the accountability. अगर मैं किसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के अंदर अपने लोगों को ऑब्जेक्टिव्स या गोल्स ही नहीं दूंगी तो वो अकाउंटेबल किस चीज के होंगे? वो किस चीज पे मुझे जवाब देंगे? वो तो जवाब दे ही नहीं पाएंगे ना, बिकॉज दे हैव बीन नॉट टोल्ड फॉर्मली दैट व्हाट दे हैव टू परफॉर्म. जब आप एचआर के अंदर जब आप एचआर के अंदर, ह्यूमन रिसोर्स डेवलपमेंट के अंदर या ह्यूमन रिसोर्स मैनेजमेंट के अंदर लोगों को जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शन या जॉब स्पेसिफिकेशन देते हैं, तो आप इस बात को फॉर्मली डिफाइन कर देते हैं कि उनकी जॉब की डिस्क्रिप्शन क्या है, उनकी जॉब का मकसद क्या है, व्हाट दे वुड बी, व्हाई दे आर हायर्ड फॉर, एंड फॉर व्हाट, हम उनको किस तरीके के ऊपर, हम उनको किस तरीके से, हाउ वी आर गोइंग टू एनालाइज देम. These rules are being defined beforehand, and it becomes a formal system of accountability that has to be kept in place, and control of ethical and socially responsible. And control what of ethical, you need to define the ethical perspective. Ethical क्या होगा, कैसे define होगा ethical, ethics organization के कैसे define होंगे, when you lay down the rules that what are the do's and don'ts which are expected of the employees. आप जब किसी को कोई चीज बताते हैं उसके बाद आप उसको responsibility देते हैं, so that you can ask if something doesn't go accordingly. And the socially responsible behavior is the corporate governance. इस पूरे formal system को, इसको we will see very much in detail afterwards, later in this chapter, that this formal system of accountability is basically the corporate governance. कॉर्पोरेट गवर्न करता है, कॉर्पोरेट इस चीज को ओवरसाइट रखता है अपनी इस चीज के ऊपर. दे लुक इनटू इट दैट are the people in the organization are fulfilling the responsibility that they have been asked for. Then their board of directors provides oversight for all decisions and use of resources. Board of directors, they inspect all the decisions, that are the decisions are decisions being followed, जो भी decisions दिए जा रहे हैं क्या उनको लोग follow कर रहे हैं, and the proper use of resources, जो resources हैं in the form of employees, in the human resource or the other assets, how the people are actually using them. Ethical leadership is associated with appropriate corporate governance. Ethical leadership, which we are going to study later in the other chapter. Ethical leadership, the leadership means the people who are leading from the front, the leadership who are maybe the managers. They need to be clear about the organization's mantra. They should be clear about organization Bible. They should be clear about the organization's ethical program. They should be knowing about who are the stakeholders of the organization, because it is believed that when the managers are clear, the people who are managing the entire show and who are on the driving seat, if they are clear with everything, probably the people who are following them are clear. Always keep in mind the discussions, the table talks, the meetings. the leadership, the communication, if that is clear and if that is ethical, nobody in the world can stop the organizations for earning profits. And above all, the organizations should memorize and should keep in mind the stakeholders, the kind of stakeholders they have, the differentiation of the stakeholders they have. Everybody, the world is lying on the concept that everyone is not equal. We need to stratify, or we need to define the different sort of stakeholders that we have. We need to define that which stakeholders are very important, which are very, very important, and which are less than very, very important, so that we can actually focus on the different sort of groups, and we can get the best out of them. Ethical leadership, after this, we have got another slide which talks about stakeholders define ethical issues in the business. After giving you the preamble of this particular chapter, the in this chapter, by now you have understood one thing. एक दफा दोबारा से देख लेते हैं इस चैप्टर के अंदर what we have done. In this chapter, we would be going about, we have understood that business ethics, issues, conflicts, and successes, it revolves around the relationship. We can have an argument on that. You need to write 10 sentences regarding that, whether this line is right or not. Please write 10 lines regarding this particular line. That business ethics issues, do you really believe in that? It does. Business ethics issues, conflicts, and successes, do they really revolve around the relationships? Are the relationships very important factor in business? You can give your reasoning from the marketing perspective. Building the effective relationship is considered one of the more important areas of business today. Effective relationships के ऊपर discussion करें. Effective relationships which are more profitable, which are giving something back to you. Business exists because of relationships between employees. I mean, after every line, my question to you is why? Because in the week later, I'm going to have with you the interactive session, and I won't be talking on it. You would be talking on it. You would be discussing. If I would be asking you that business exists because of the relationships between employees, customers, shareholders, or investors, suppliers, and managers who develop strategies to attain success, why? And why is it something that we are going to, you can go against and you can go pro, but you need to have a proper reasoning from the different aspects of the business. After that, organization usually has a governing authority, often called a board of directors. Are board of directors important for the organization to have an oversight? या organization बगैर उनके भी चल सकती है. You need to have an argument with me with the proper logical reasoning. When unethical acts are discovered in organization, it is often found that in most instances there is no incorporation or compliancy that facilitates. ऐसा होता है that the people who are within the organization, sometimes ऐसा होता है कि there are some negative forces that that takes place, that comes into the existence, and they do some acts which are not acceptable by the people around. So we need to see this thing. आप इसको पढ़ें, and you can come up with the examples in order to explain it to me. Relationships are not only associated with the organizational success, but also with the organizational misconduct. Why? How? You need to discuss this thing with me in the interactive session. A stakeholder framework, a skeleton that you develop, the framework, the kind of a framework that you develop that helps you identify the internal stakeholders such as employees, board of directors, and managers, and external stakeholders such as customers, special interest groups. You need to define the internal and external stakeholders. Who is more important? Who are not more important? You need to define that. The reasons of majority ethical issues exist because of the conflicts in the values, the value patterns about right and wrong between and within the stakeholders. You need to give me the reasoning class. I would be asking you one by one to discuss with me that what are the reasons, what are the ethical issues that you have sorted out or you have thought about. Please come up with the reasoning, because in the paper I would be giving you many questions regarding the logical reasoning regarding all these things that I have discussed right now. Ethical leadership is associated with appropriate corporate governance. How? Ethical leadership होती क्या है? Ethical leadership is basically, we call it a servant leadership. एक point इधर discuss कर रही हूँ. Servant leadership का concept. Servant leadership. SER, I would be writing over here one thing that you need to find out. What is a servant leadership? That leadership that basically brings upon, many things into it. Now, moving further, we have stakeholders define the ethical issues in the business. हम इस बात के ऊपर आर्ग्यू करेंगे या डिस्कशन करेंगे that stakeholders define ethical issues in the business. कहने का मतलब ये है कि जो स्टेक होल्डर्स हैं वो ये बात का तयन करते हैं कि बिजनेस के अंदर एथिकल इश्यूज हैं, नहीं हैं या क्या हैं. I have to go it again. Stakeholders, the people who are concerned. Who are the stakeholders? जो किसी ना किसी तरीके से ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के साथ अटैच्ड है, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के साथ जुड़े हुए हैं. स्टेक होल्डर्स इस बात को डिफाइन करते हैं कि एथिकल इश्यूज जो हैं बिजनेस के अंदर हैं, नहीं है. इट इज नॉट माई परसेप्शन एज अ बिजनेस दैट आई एम एथिकली डूइंग राइट और नॉट. It is on the part of the stakeholders who are going to tell us whether you people are doing right, whether you can do this in a much better way or what. You need to focus at your stakeholders. Moving forward now, let me just check that we are on the meet together. Yes, we are. Okay. Stakeholder, सबसे पहले एक definition आ रही है कि stakeholder होता कौन है. Stakeholder is a person with an interest or concern in something, especially in the business. Stakeholder एक वो शख्स है या वो एंटिटी है जिसका किसी ना किसी तरीके से आपके साथ जुड़ा हुआ है, जो आपके साथ काम कर रहा है. In a business context, customers, investors, shareholders, employees, see everybody. आप लोग इन लोगों से आशना हैं. You people know about the importance of customers. If you know about the customers, हमारा CRM, customer relationship management का entire topic that we have covered in the marketing, either with me or with some other teachers, we all know about customer relationship management. Customer relationship management refers to marketing. Investors, when you talk about investment management, you study ethics over there. When you talk about shareholders, it is very important to get back to your shareholders, discussing the balance sheets with them, because they have got the share in your, entire thing. The employees are very, very major drivers of your growth. You need to keep them in your mind before deciding anything. You keep them in your loop before deciding anything. You need to keep their existence and their growth into your mind. The suppliers are also one of the very important people. They are associated with you, either B2B perspective say, either B2C perspective say. The government agencies, the agencies which are the government agencies who are working with the legal perspectives with you, you need to keep them in line. The communities, the minorities, and many others who have a stake or claim in some aspect of a company's products, जो किसी ना किसी तरीके से या किसी ना किसी तरीके से नहीं भी आपके साथ जुड़े हुए, even then you keep them in your mind as a company, and you do something. You learn about that particular stakeholder groups. You learn about their needs. Always keep Maslow theory in your mind. Always keep the Maslow theory in your mind regarding the needs, regarding the self-esteem, regarding the self-actualization. Always keep this thing in mind, that if you will keep that particular theory in mind. One of my favorite theories that actually talks all. When you apply that theory on each or on every sort of, on each and every of these entities, you will find out that when you practice this particular thing, you end up into the profit, because the attitude or the gratitude you get in return. Kabhi kabhar ye hota hai ki the return is not very quick. It doesn't come to you very fast, but it does come when you keep on doing it. Sometimes results comes late, but you need to be persistent enough to do it, to keep on practicing it, because people start getting to know about your work. And not only doing that, but you keep on getting back to the people and asking them that how they are taking it. Sometimes kya hota hai, that communication doesn't means the way you are sending it. You need to be very much close with these sort of people. So for example, agar aap customer ke liye koi bhi product banate hain, you go back to them, you ask them. When you go back to the investor, you talk to them, देखो अगर loss हो रहा है, talk to your investor about it. Talk to them, bring them onto the table. मेरा जो आज का lecture है ना, ना सिर्फ वो इस बात पे प्रियम्बल दे रहा है कि स्टेक होल्डर्स को आप उनके रिलेशनशिप को रिकग्नाइज करें, रिकग्निशन का एक सबसे बड़ा इम्पैक्ट, सबसे बड़ा एक वर्ब ये है, या एक करने का रुझान, करने का तरीका ये है कि आप इन लोगों के साथ कम्युनिकेटिव रहें, उनको उनको उनके होने का, उनको उनके व्हेन यू आर विद देम, आप उनको उनके होने का एहसास दिलाएं, उनकी इंपॉर्टेंस का एहसास दिलाएं इस दुनिया में. आई वुड बी एंडिंग माई लेक्चर, I will be ending my lecture on this slide, and inshallah in the next lecture I will be discussing the other things with you. The takeaway for this lecture is, whosoever is listening to me, I always tell to my students, and I really believe in one thing: अच्छा बिजनेसमैन बनने से पहले, सबसे पहले, you need to become a good human being. The good human being, the definition of the good human being and who's doing a business according to me is कि अपनी कम्युनिकेशन लाइंस को खुला रखिए, अपनी कम्युनिकेशन लाइंस को क्लियर रखिए. हैव एन ओपन डोर्स फॉर द पीपल. ओपन डोर्स, पीपल कौन है, वो कौन पीपल है जिसके लिए आपने ओपन डोर रखना है? वो पीपल आर द कस्टमर्स. वो लोग जो कि आपके साथ एज अ कस्टमर B2B पर्सपेक्टिव पे मिले हुए, आपके साथ अटैच्ड हैं, B2C पर्सपेक्टिव पे आपके साथ अटैच्ड हैं. ये तमाम इन्वेस्टर्स, वो इन्वेस्टर जो आपके साथ इन्वेस्ट किए हुए हैं. आप देखो पुरानी जितनी भी एग्जाम्पल्स आप लोगों ने पढ़ी, आप लोगों ने आर्थर एंडरसन की एग्जाम्पल पढ़ी, आपने एनरॉन की एग्जाम्पल पढ़ी, कहाँ इन्होंने डिच खाया? इन्होंने डिच वहां खाया जहां इन्होंने अपने इन्वेस्टर को इन्फॉर्म नहीं रखा, जहां इन्होंने अपने इन्वेस्टर को धोखा देने की कोशिश की. एंड दिस इज समथिंग वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर अस टू अंडरस्टैंड. वो शेयर होल्डर्स हैं जिनको आपकी बात की जरूरत है, आप उनको बुलाएं, उनके साथ डिस्कशन करें. ऑलवेज रिमेंबर, अगर कहीं घाटा हो रहा है और घाटा जेन्युइन हो रहा है तो ये लोग आपकी बात को समझेंगे. मेक देम, देखें कम्युनिकेशन के अंदर गैप जब जब आता है तभी अनएथिकल एक्ट्स होते हैं. कम्युनिकेशन के अंदर गैप तब आता है जब आप फियर रखते हैं, जब आप डर रखते हैं, जब आप इस बात का खौफ खाते हैं कि लोग आपकी बात सुन के आपको छोड़ जाएंगे. छोड़ तो बेटा वो वैसे ही जाएंगे आपको, अगर आप आगे जाके इस बात के ऊपर आ जाएंगे कि आर्थर एंडरसन की तरह, जब आप छोड़ तो गए लोग एट द एंड ऑफ द डे, थोड़ा देर से छोड़ के गए लेकिन छोड़ के तो चले गए. तो जब बजाय इसके कि आप देर के अंदर इस बात का फैसला ना कर सकें और लोग आपको छोड़ के चले जाएं, मेक देम सिट ऑन द टेबल, डिस्कस योर प्रॉब्लम्स विद देम. कभी कभार ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग एंड्स अप इनटू अ वेरी सॉलिड सॉल्यूशंस. एम्प्लॉइज के साथ बैठें, अपने प्रॉब्लम्स को डिस्कस करें, क्यों नहीं कोई आपके साथ उठेगा. सप्लायर्स के साथ बैठे, कंपैटिटिव स्ट्रेटजीज को उनके साथ डिस्कस करें. गवर्नमेंट एजेंसीज के अंदर से जो लॉज आते हैं, गवर्नमेंट एजेंसीज के अंदर से जो लॉज एंड लीगल पर्सपेक्टिव्स आपके पास आते हैं, समटाइम्स वो आपके लिए मैक्रो लेवल के ऊपर प्रॉब्लमैटिक होते हैं, बट दीज ऑल पीपल वुड बी कमिंग एंड सिटिंग विद यू एंड यू कैन एक्चुअली सॉल्व द इशू. आप कोई लाएअमल जरूर या कोई स्ट्रैटेजी जरूर निकाल सकते हैं उनको रिजॉल्व करने की. कम्युनिटीज का ख्याल रखिए, कभी किसी के दिल को ना तोड़ें. नेवर sometimes दिल ना तोड़ने का मेरा मतलब, I know I'm using a jargon which is not very formal, but समझ आएगी ना इस बात की कि जब आप किसी को religiously hurt करते हैं या जब आप किसी को इग्नोर कर जाते हैं तो प्रॉब्लम तब खड़ी होने लगती है. सो इन द बिजनेस कॉन्टेक्स्ट इट इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू बी द फेवरेट ऑफ योर people or to be the favorite of your entities. And in this regard, my solution to the problem is to communicate, is to sit with the people, is to sit, first identify the relationship. इस जिंदगी के अंदर सबसे important चीज जो कि मैं अपने स्टूडेंट्स को हर दफा बताती हूँ, हर दफा पढ़ाती हूँ और इस पे खुद भी बिलीव रखती हूँ, वो है रिलेशनशिप्स. चाहे वो आपके पर्सनल हैं, चाहे वो आपके फॉर्मल हैं, चाहे वो आपके बिजनेस रिलेशनशिप हैं, उनको इंपॉर्टेंस दीजिए, उनको वेटेज दीजिए. बिकॉज विदाउट गिविंग देम द वेटेज, दिस इज कमिंग डायरेक्ट फ्रॉम माई हार्ट, विदाउट गिविंग वेटेज एंड विदाउट गिविंग इंपॉर्टेंस टू द रिलेशनशिप्स, यू कैन नेवर मेक इट. एथिकल तो आप तभी हो जाते हैं जब आप रिलेशनशिप्स को अंडरस्टैंड कर लेते हैं, रोल्स को अंडरस्टैंड कर लेते हैं, बिकॉज आपको उनको डील करना आ जाता है. जब आप उनके एटीट्यूड को समझ लेते हैं, जब आप उनके एट्रीब्यूट्स को समझ लेते हैं, नो वन इन द वर्ल्ड कैन स्टॉप यू getting the success ahead. And this is the end of my lecture today. I hope that I was understandable. please listen to my lecture, and I will be coming very soon to you people, with an interactive session. Come and have a discussion with me. Come and have a session with me, so that हम लोग इस चीज को और अच्छे से discuss कर सके, because it is all about discussion. It is all about, I know my class knows about these all concepts, because you people have studied it with me or with other teachers in the marketing, but now we are focusing on the ethical conducts. And ethical conducts to me till now, जो मेरा आपको conflicts resolve करने का एक मशवरा है, वो ये है that always sit on the table, have a discussion, because through discussions we can get into the hearts of the people, we can get the know-how, and we can achieve the success which is ultimate to us, which can absolute to us, if we recognize the relationship, if we recognize the roles of the people. With this, I wish you all the very best. Take care of yourselves. I miss you people a lot, and inshallah hope to interact with you very soon later in this week. Khuda Hafiz.